It has taken me 32 years to figure out that a plan is just a hope, a wish for how life goes. And much like hopes and wishes, they rarely work out how we'd imagine. But as mothers, we encourage our kids to make wishes on dandelions, and we make a plan for the type of mother that we will be and the life our child will have. A plan is just a wish that we think that we can control. On October 4th, 1983, troopers showed up at a mother's door. They told her that her husband, her daughter's father, had passed away in an accident on the highway. In the time it takes for me to read this sentence, my mom had become a father too. It was not part of the plan. In 1987, my mom remarried. He was funny and he was charming, and he was constantly cracking jokes. He was in recovery, and it took a couple years past my stepdad's relapse into drugs, alcohol, and gambling, till my mom decided he could not live in our house. He was not conducive to a home of stability and support and love. She was once again a mother and a father, but now to two. It was not part of the plan. I went to college in 2000. I made a .75 at LSU my first semester. My poor mom, it was not part of the plan. I would finally graduate in 2006, and I would move to Houston. I really disliked Texas, and I was convinced that Texas really disliked me. I would cry, and I could hear the pain in her sigh when I uttered the words, "I'm so homesick." I wanted my mom, and I wanted Louisiana, and my tears were not part of my mom's plan. My mom's plan was any mom's plan. She wanted me to be happy and healthy. She wanted her daughter to meet a man who would see her as she saw her, beautiful. She wanted me to always strive to be better than who I was the day before, and she wanted me to be loved. As I got older, I imagined what kind of mother I would be. I never quite had an answer, and I knew I could never do what she did. I couldn't play both roles. I would meet a man that was a good kisser, because Mom taught me never marry a bad kisser. I would be with him at least 2 years, and we would have one well-behaved child, and it would be a boy. That was my plan. I met my husband in July of 2013. He made me a pie for my birthday, and we didn't like each other. Not like that, and really barely at all. In August of 2013, I was sitting in his shop when I uttered, I don't think you have it in you to come over here and kiss me. Imagine my shock when one hand went behind my neck with the thumb wrapped to the back where the ear connects, and he kissed me. It wasn't until about a month later I realized that I liked him, and I liked him like that. I might even love him. We were eating dinner at his house, and we were alone in the kitchen, and at the sink he would kiss me, and I would kiss him. He was a good kisser. Then the door flew open, and Audrey said, "Daddy, I saw you kissing Miss Whitney." He looked at me and giggled, and I giggled in return, but probably very awkwardly. It hit me at that moment that if I married this man, I would be a stepmother. Stepmotherhood was not part of the plan. We got married on August 2nd of 2014. We had not been together a year. We would become a party of 3. I would be thrust into motherhood, stepmotherhood, to an 8-year-old. And I loved this little girl, but I never could myself. I was not her mother. I would call my mom regularly. "Mom, I don't know what to do." She rolled her eyes at me, and I did not sign up for this. My mom would call me down and she would give me advice, and I'm sure in the back of her head she was thinking, nothing about motherhood is part of the plan. Audrey had written down her wish at her wedding. "I wish the 2 of you would have a baby." Ben and I discussed in the spring of 2015 we would start trying for a baby. And here I stand, very pregnant, with a girl, not a boy. And in November 2014, I sat across from the table from my mom, and I looked up at her as I handed her a bowl of chicken and dumpling soup. Well, it wasn't part of the plan, but I'm pregnant. My mom is the kind of mother that makes a plan and fights like hell to follow through. She has taught me that motherhood and stepmotherhood is really just a constant reworking, fighting for that basic hope for our kids. Love, happiness, health, and drive. In 3 months, I bring life into this world, and all of us will be bound by blood, just not mine, but my husband's. Had you asked me 3 years ago if Ben was who I'd imagined, I would tell you absolutely not. But today I stand here happy and healthy, with a man to tell me how beautiful I am and challenge me every single day to be better than who I was the day before. I have come to believe he has always been part of my mother's plan, her hope for her only daughter, and I am so grateful for my mother's plan.